Hello everyone and welcome back. Does this look familiar? This is Christopher's house. It's an architect home, and on my last architect homes review, it was my top pick. And honestly, it's actually my top pick ever. He built this and submitted it, and I had no idea. So when I did the architect homes review, he left in the comments that that was his build, and he was so thrilled that I loved it. And love is an understatement. This house is beautiful, and I had a lot of comments asking me to remodel it. At first, my answer to those comments was, well, I don't want to redo it because it's one of my subscribers' homes, number one. And number two, it's just so beautiful the way it is, except for the fact that the game removed some of his items that he had in the home. But I have decided to do it with Christopher's permission. I made sure to ask him if he would mind if I remodeled his home. So I'm excited to do this. I haven't done it yet as I'm recording this portion of the video, but I'm going to do it on video and then take out the scrolling and all of that to save time, because I have a feeling, the video would be way too lengthy. But we're just going to take a look around, as you can see, of the before. And not a lot of improvements to do. Now, if you've been with my channel for a while, you know when I do these remodels, whether it's the homes in the game or the architect homes, I gut these houses. Not this one. I can already tell you I'm not going to be gutting this house at all. I'm just probably going to be changing some things, very minimal, but I'm also going to add my style to it. I have a few ideas that I'm going to do, but the structure itself is gorgeous. I normally gut the whole house, take out every window, every door, all the landscaping, but none of that needs to be done here. So you see the before here, and when I come back, we will start the remodeling. I also wanted to mention, if you'd like, please join our Sims Freeplay Architects group so we can see each other's designs. I'd love to have you. Okay, so I'm back. Now, obviously, I'm voicing over this part of the video because I have completed it, but I wanted to take you through the process of what I did. So there were no bar stools here, and I decided on these. I think they look good because they have the black bottoms to them, and that brings out the black doorways and items that are on that beautiful courtyard. So next you'll see me adding in the grill. For some reason the game took the grill out, so I just put in the one that matched what he had there so far. And I'm taking a look around the kitchen, and you can see me, I'm just doing things like I mentioned before that I wanted to just kind of put my style in. Some items are new, and I love to play around with these new items. I have gotten a few comments, not too many, saying things like, why do you use so many new items? Why are you always using new items, or you only use new items? That's not really true. I do buy the new packs as they come along for two reasons. On a personal note, I don't spend a lot of money in real life on other things, on frivolous things. And this is my hobby and I enjoy it. So when new packs come out, I do purchase them because I like them. And I use them for two different reasons. One, because I want to, and also because a lot of people want to see what they're really going to look like, if they're really going to like them before they use their real money on it. So I do that for subscribers. So if you're one of the people making those comments, please understand that I try to put a good mix of items in my home, but when I get new items, of course, I'm going to use them. So you can see I've put some pops of red in the kitchen. I really love the shape of this kitchen and the fact that it's an eat-in kitchen. And of course I found the little red candy jars and the red trash can, which I really love. And I thought I would just put that over there. And I wanted something on the wall, so I put that little rack with the aprons near the refrigerator and the wine rack over there on the other end. And now I'm just kind of playing around with the accent walls because I decided that the red should really be on the front and back wall, and to leave the side walls with the bright white. And I really love how that turned out, especially where it looks like it has that red and then the white tile on the backsplash. So that's how the kitchen turned out there. You saw me while I was talking. I moved the window around a little bit, but actually Christopher had it right the first time, so I put it back where he had it. And then I'm looking at the courtyard again. He did this so beautifully. He left it open, and very, very uncluttered and beautiful, but I decided I wanted a little something, so I wanted to put a little light there in the middle of the table, and I happened to think that salt lamp would look absolutely gorgeous, especially at night. And you can just see me taking a look around there. And I also wanted to put in one of those older fire pits. I really still like those a lot. We got those pretty early on in the game, but I really do still like them. And then this is the official entryway here. And since we've gotten a couple of new things, he has those white chalet chairs in there, but I decided to put in 2 of the newer red chairs. I don't think we had those when he built the house, but that's just kind of my taste there. I like where he has the artwork and the table and the lamps, and I decided the only thing it really needed was a coat rack maybe, and then just a rug to put some contrast onto the floor. So that's all I decided to do to that entryway, and I really like it. The only thing I don't like about these lamps, and we just got some new ones too that are just like them, they do not put out a lot of light. I like for the lamps to kind of glow on the furniture, but they are pretty. And then, of course, the game took out a lot of the things that he had in the room. So I just decided to go ahead and empty out what was there. I wasn't sure what couch he had in there or really what kind of furniture he had in there. So I just decided to kind of put a bar area in here because above that is another living area. So rather than just make it a regular living room, I wanted to make it a little bar area right here in this large room. I like these new white couches, so I wanted to kind of put them in here and give them a go. I wasn't too sure about them at first, but I do like them against the dark gray flooring. I just wanted to make sure they would line up correctly in the room without kind of disrupting the flow. And I added one of those black ottomans. I really would have liked to have put the square ottoman in there, but it just wouldn't have worked out with how I needed to place the furniture in relation to the bar. So I put one of those black tables behind the white couch and added a couple of those black lamps. And you can see me playing around here with the new white angled chairs. They're just like the red ones that I put in the entryway. I wanted to include them, but I wasn't really sure where to put them. See how they don't really line up well with the doorway? And then if I'd moved one over to the left, it wouldn't have looked right. So I decided to put them on either side of the bar and try that out. And I think that looks really nice. So I'm just taking a look around at this point just to make sure everything flows really well. And I was going to maybe decorate that other area over there, but I decided not to. Now this room back here, he obviously had some couches and had like a double seating area, but where I put the seating area in over here, you can see me, I always get distracted when I find something good. Where that double seating area is here, and I'm adding some windows there to bring light into the room. There we go. Turning the lamps on. See how distracted I get when I'm decorating? But I didn't want to disrupt the flow of everything that comes through here. And you saw me take a look back there to see what I was going to be doing next. And I decided to switch out the staircase because where I'd added the black tables, I wanted to bring the black over here. Plus, there's the black windows all through the house, and I thought this, after what I had done to the room, was a more suitable staircase. See, I like this open area over here where the windows are. It was very tempting to furnish it, but now that I'm looking at it, I'm thinking he had it right the first time. Leave it alone because he put those beautiful windows over there that look out onto the plants. So I just decided to bring some greenery over to that side of the room so that it would sort of flow through there and just not disrupt the flow of the room at all and just leave it the way he had it. So he definitely had the right idea. I'm just moving that light over so the lights match up on either side of the door. And you can see I just left that alone. I think he had the right idea in the first place, leaving that open and putting all that glass there looking out onto the greenery. One thing I did decide to do though, because the room is so wide, was to add some accent walls. And since the exterior has that new brick, I added them on either side of the room. And do you see how that broke up the white on the walls and made it more home-like? So I really like that. And of course, all of this is just a matter of personal taste. So I'm just redecorating in my style what he already had done so beautifully. So I'm just turning on some lights here. I like to see how it's going to look, and just kind of moving through the courtyard while I'm turning on the lights to see if there's anything else in this area that I want to do. And I decided it was great the way it was. So coming back into this room, of course, they had removed the furniture, and you could see he had a living area here. I like what he has done over here as far as making a living area, but I decided instead of making another living area on this side, since I'd already put the bar in the room before, to do something a little bit different and maybe try a pool table. So this whole room would be like an entertaining room. It didn't fit exactly, but it did line up with the rug. So I decided this looked fine the way it was. Even though it's off center, it does line up with the rug. And that way this whole room could just be a big entertainment area, and I could just finish the living area part of it next. So I'm just looking to make sure that I really like it, because I'm one of those people that if something's off center, it bothers me, but it really didn't for this. And of course, I don't change walls when I do remodels, or if I was designing the house and wanted to put a pool table in and had that forethought, then I probably would have made the room a little bit different. But in deciding afterwards, the room's already created to put the pool table, I decided this was fine the way it was. And I wanted to put the sectional in there because it is an entertainment room. And where he already had that pretty painting on the other side of the doorway, I decided to add a matching one on the other side to just sort of break the wall up a little bit and draw the eye over here to this living area. I love how he did this. He has the stereo back there, the TV in front of it, and then I added the sectional. I like the rugs he had in, and then I just decided on a different decoration that's new on the coffee table to bring the bluish color out of the couch with that vase, and the colors out of the bookshelf as well. Now moving back here to the patio. You all know when I do these remodels, I normally just take all of this out, but not in this house. The only thing that I wanted to do with this patio was just change the outline of the pool. I'm touching nothing. He did such a wonderful job, and you know how I am about landscaping. I'm very particular about landscaping. I can't stand if there's too little, and I can't stand if there's too much. He did it perfectly, so it doesn't even need to be touched. So I'm just sort of scanning over here and seeing if I like what's done so far. And you can see I did not change very much at all. It was just things that was either a matter of personal taste or that the game had taken out of his house. So just looking around the outside to see, you know how I'm about windows. I love for my windows to line up. Well, apparently Christopher does too. I think I only added like 2 or 3 windows in this whole build. So again, just looking and seeing if there's anything that I need to do. See where I had changed the staircase there. I wanted to put some lights there to bring the black from the staircase into that room to sort of balance out the colors. And later on in the build, you'll see that I did change the balcony railing because I ended up not, where I changed the stairs, I ended up not liking the black and the silver together. Just adding some windows to the gym. Otherwise, I like what he did here. It's just a simple little home gym. And the laundry room, really the only thing that I decided to do was add a window and one of the cleaning caddies there, just to put in there, and that's it. Perfect little space, Christopher. And then the bathroom here, I think that's the master bath. I like it the way it is. And then as I mentioned on the Architect Homes review video, I did say that if I purchased the home that I was going to redecorate this bedroom. They had taken out some furniture, number one, and number two, I'm not a huge fan of that bed. I know a lot of people still like it, but I wanted to put the urban bed in there. And I know he had a black and white bed in there that looked really nice with the black windows, but I wanted to bring some browns in, just a mix of woods from the door to the furniture. The master closet is perfect the way it is to me. And then I just wanted to try and maybe put some lights in there. And I play around a lot with, I'm very indecisive about lighting. I don't know if you've noticed that on some of my very few Let's Builds or Let's Remodels. I don't do these very often, but when I do, you'll see me playing around a lot with the lighting. I love the look of the overhead lighting, but sometimes when you're trying to look at the room, it's kind of disruptive and it blocks a lot of things, particularly if you're trying to take pictures, for either if you have a channel or if you're just wanting to post pictures on a Facebook group, they block a lot of what's in the room. I know that can't be helped, but a lot of times that's why I end up taking out the overhead lighting for pictures. But I'm liking it as it is. I'm a little indecisive on this tray over here, so I decided to play around with that and just put a nice drinks tray in there, and I like how that looks. The most beautiful part of this room is how he has glassed in that back wall where you have the view of the pool from the master bedroom. And when you have something like that, who has a need for a lot of decor? You just don't, because the room really does speak for itself. So I decided he had one tree over there, I think it was in a white pot. I just put matching trees there with the black and gold pot. So that's the back of the house there. Needs nothing. He did a wonderful job. And then I'm taking a look at this bathroom here. It's a lot like the master bath. It's just bigger because it's the hall bath. And he's done it in the rose gold, which I really, really love. But I wanted to give it a little something else. So you can see me playing around with the shower here. I wanted to put a toilet paper holder in, but then I realized it kind of threw off the balance that Christopher had in the room. So then, of course, I start just messing around in there, and you'll see me moving the toilet over and then moving the toilet paper holder over there. And then I thought, well, what am I going to do with the shower? So I thought I would try a divider, which did not look great right there in the middle of the wall. So then I just start rearranging everything, which is pretty much what I do, and came up with moving everything over this way and putting the shower in the corner. And of course, I've had questions about this. Whenever you do this, the chalet shower, turn it sideways. See, I had it wrong there. Turn it sideways so they can still get in it. Then you take your divider and you just pop it over there so they can still use the shower. I've had several questions on that actually. And then I was just deciding where to put the toilet and the toilet paper holder. And at this point, I was thinking he had it right all along and now I've messed it up. But I ended up liking what I did with it. I'm just still rearranging. So I think that's how I ended up leaving it right there. Yes, it is. So I really like it. I liked how he had it before, but I just wanted to toy around with it. I thought about doing the shower stall over there, and I thought, no, I've had enough of that. And then moved on and looked at the office. Needs absolutely no improvements at all. It's perfect. And then I just wanted to tweak this bedroom a little bit. I did want to have windows in the front of the home. So I removed the plants that he had because the game took out the nightstands. I don't know why they did that. And I took out the rug. I like how he has the bed there with the coffee table at the end. And I wanted to take out the painting because I wanted to put windows in there. So you can see me, I'm adding some nightstands there. I chose those newer black and silver ones. I thought they would look really pretty. And then I got distracted by a decoration and decided to put the makeup mirror that matches that rose gold in the bathroom. And then I made my way back to the bedroom and decided to put some pretty flowers on either side of the bed. I didn't need to put any lamps there because he already had lamps on the dresser there. And I wanted to leave those alone because I like how he arranged those. And I just, where I'd taken that painting off, put some windows in the front. I think it looks very pretty. It's turning on the lamps. I can't say it enough. He did such a wonderful job designing this house. If you've been with my channel a while, then you know when I remodel homes, I don't change the walls, but I gut them, like I said in the beginning of the video. I've never taken a home, especially an architect home, and left anything alone, let alone just made minimal changes. So like I said, I can't say enough what a wonderful job he did on this house. So if I were you, if you can, I would grab this house while you can still get it, because it's really one of those homes where you could take it and completely design it in your own style on the inside, and it would look beautiful no matter what, because the design of the home alone is flawless. So here's what it looks like at night. I'm really glad I added the salt lamp and the fire pit there, but I've turned on all the lights, as you can see, and it is so pretty. This is really the first time I've taken a good look at it at night. It's just so beautiful. So let's take a final walkthrough of the after I've remodeled it. Again, I just added the bar stools, the fire pit, put the grill back in, put the salt lamp in, I just added a few touches to the entryway here, which was just the rug, the coat rack, and the red chairs. And I switched out the staircase to the black, left this area alone that looks out onto the courtyard. I didn't want to block that at all. Then I put the wine rack on the wall, the other furniture that you see here, including the bar, the couches, ottoman, chairs. And then for the kitchen, all I did was basically just redecorate the colors. So I added the accent walls, the red mini appliances, the candy jar, the apron rack with the canisters, the trash can, the rug. Just kind of put my own little, spin on it and made it into red, black, and white instead of black and white. And then in here, I took out what little bit of furniture the game left, put the pool table in, then I changed the table decoration and added that couch that the game had taken out. And then for the pool area, all I did was change around the pool tile itself. So that's the downstairs. And then coming upstairs, here's where I noticed that I didn't really like the railing that's there now. I liked it with the stairs that he had, but where I had changed the stairs to black, I decided I didn't like the metal with the black, if that makes sense. So I decided to change it to the black railing. And since I had changed the stairs, I thought that fit it just a little bit better. The way he had it was fine, but again, I wanted to change the stairs to black because of what I'd done downstairs. In here, all I did was change the bed and the nightstands and then added a tree. I left the master closet alone, as well as the master bath. Left them completely alone. For the laundry room, I just added a window and a cleaning caddy. Added some windows in the home gym. And over on this side, you saw what I did with the bathroom. I kind of fussed around a little bit and ended up adding that shower stall and the makeup mirror. Left the office alone. And in here, I just added 2 windows in the front of the room and changed I put nightstands in. They had taken them out and put some flowers in there. So do you see how minimal the changes are? But I kind of made it my own. And I just wanted to say a special thank you to Christopher. It made me so happy to see in the comments of the Architect Homes review video that this was his house. So that alone was a wonderful surprise that it was my top pick and it was his house. But I just wanted to thank him for giving me permission to remodel his house and take you guys along with me. It was a lot of fun to do. So thanks again, Christopher. And to all of you, thank you so much for watching. If you give this video a like, it is to Christopher, not to me. I know I remodeled it, but I had a lot of fun with it. But the like needs to go toward his original design. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.